basically what you said. Let's do a heist movie, Ocean 11 for kids.
I know that the Bad Guys was based on Aaron Blabey books, but how was your pitch to DreamWorks to bring this project to life? It's like, this is Bad Guys is Ocean 11 but animated. How was your inspirations to make this movie?
Yeah, I think it's not too far from what you said. Well, first of all, I was not the one bringing the books to the studio. The studio had purchased the book rights before I even jumped on the project. But it was not going toward the direction that you see in the film. The whole heist genre, the whole caper, gentleman thief kind of gang. That was not in there, and so I think that's what I kind of brought into the table with my whole love of French/anime style. And so that's kind of what I pitched them. I was like, what if we do a heist film for kids based on those books? It would totally fit. And then what I did is I cut a little trailer. I did just storyboards, like 3-minute storyboards, cut it together, just trailer form, quite rough, but it was giving like a great idea what the movie could be like, and with a whole presentation of artwork, and when the studio saw this version of the film, they were like, we can see that, totally works, and so they loved it and kind of greenlit the film. Basically what you said, let's do a heist movie, Ocean 11 for kids. Done.
There are such amazing voice cast here. There we have actors like Sam Rockwell, it was amazing. Aquafina, hilarious. Zazie Beetz, Craig Robson is so funny. How was for you guys to work with all of them? And can you talk a little bit about the casting process and choosing each one for their characters?
Yeah, look, that's a great question. I mean, that cast is just outstanding. I mean, they are just wonderful human beings and just incredible talents, all of them, and incredible in their own style. I mean, like Sam is that actor's actor. He would go super deep in the character, and then you have Aquafina, who's gonna just be like giving you one line one way, and it's gonna be funny no matter what because she's so specific. And then Craig, same thing, will give you 5 different reads, and every single one of them is mind-blowing funny. And then Mark is like more like every line is kind of read the same way, but it's so right in the way he just delivers. So every single one of them has their own flavor and style, and so able just to bring those characters to life. And once we hear them do the voice for their character, then you can't forget it. I mean, they are the characters at some point. They become the characters, which was great. And in terms of the cast and the way we work is we don't do voice tests, we don't do auditions. What we do is we just select some clips from first of all, we just look through who would be a great fit for those characters, for that character specifically, and then you start paring down some names and ideas. I mean, these guys were almost from the beginning there on the list, on the list of each characters. But then you start just taking some clips out of their previous work. Sometimes it's just even interviews, and then you cut them together, so it kind of does makes a little bit of sense, almost like a small story based on like previous takes from whatever other movies and whatnot. And then you cut that in front of an image of the character and you see if it fits, and that's a very efficient process actually. And then once we are like kind of he's the guy or she's the guy or the girl, then you invite them and I pitch them the movie, and all of them said yes almost immediately, which was phenomenal. It was great.
I have a little question that you have working other DreamWorks projects, but who do you think will come up with a best plan and come victories if we got together the bad guys, Shrek and Kung Fu Panda?
As the best plan?
Yes, the best plan and come victories too. Maybe a heist or I don't know.
I mean, if it's a heist, it has to be Mr. Wolf. But I think the big heart of Po, in Kung Fu Panda, is just definitely get him there as well. And the brute force and fun of Shrek will also be a great contender. But I think, like, in terms of brains and wits, Mr. Wolf is like way ahead of anybody else. On the bad side.